Hello, I'm Ghost. I am your Fuck! Hello, I'm Ghost. I am your host for the next short little while. And what are we talking about today? We are talking about the Tales of the Pumpkin Rabbit, a creation by Martin, this last name, not even gonna try. At this point, it's just offensive if I try. But let me tell you, this guy, he's responsible for some great stuff. Most notably, he's responsible for The Walton Files, which is one of the biggest pieces of analog horror media ever, no competition. It's got a FNAF VHS type of idea to it, and, you know, it's FNAF inspiration is very, very clear, but the actual execution of the project is absolutely remarkably different from everything else, because it's got a great way of balancing humor, horror, and mystery, whilst pretty much not making any genre detract from any of the others. It's great at balancing the three, and it's a great little story with some really cool visuals to come with it. That said, today we're not talking about that. It's Halloween. Today we're talking about the Tales of the Pumpkin Rabbit. This here is my VHS copy, which was so kindly gifted to me by God over there behind the camera. Yeah. And I watched it, and it's a great little watch. It contains a remastered version of the first Pumpkin Rabbit piece of media, The Mysterious House, as well as a slightly expanded version of the sequel video, which is The Return of the Pumpkin Rabbit, which is what you see on the case there. It's a great little way of simultaneously paying homage to old, nasty little grimy, slimy horror flicks of yesteryear on this little tape here, but also continuing to tell a great little analog horror story with some really, really great visuals, voice acting, and storytelling. With Tales of the Pumpkin Rabbit, the story is pretty simple. There's this, like, found footage cameraman type situation, you know, he walks up to this, like, Halloween attraction, and it's the mysterious house. The house at which Lorenzo and Rachel Watermelon... Wow, Watermelon? Watermelon! Lorenzo and Rachel Waterman did a whole bunch of silly, goofy stuff about 4 years ago is when that did, guess what? It was killing children. As the box says and as the movie says, they were, very, very, very bad people. Oh no, just very, very. Not very, very, very. I apologize. I'm very misleading. Long story short, though, the story of the Tales of the Pumpkin Rabbit is there's this camera guy, he goes to this attraction, and you end up getting to see some flashback type things to some of the crimes and incidents related to the Pumpkin Rabbit's shenaniganry, the Pumpkin Rabbit being Lorenzo. He is married to his wife Rachel, and basically what they do is on Halloween they lure kids in and then kill them. Eventually, after one of the sisters of the victims noticed 2 kids go in and not come out, as well as seeing their sibling go in and not come out previously, the town was like, oh shit, these guys kill kids, huh? And unlike, you know, your average cop, they actually did something about it and fucking burned the couple alive. After burning them alive, mysteriously they are capable of coming back, and that's when we meet a new set of characters in The Return of the Pumpkin Rabbit. They decide, oh, let's explore the abandoned murder house, as all logical 10-year-olds do, I guess. They explore the abandoned murder house instead of go get candy, because that's what all logical 10-year-olds do. And end up, get this, getting killed at the murder house. Can you guess why? Because Lorenzo and Rachel were there. Yeah, it turns out it wasn't so abandoned. You know, Rachel just wanted to watch some fucking TV, and yet you had to barge into their whole business? Way to be a fucking asshole. Yeah, there's a lot of kind of mildly supernatural shenaniganry going on here, whether it be dead children possessing things walking around the house, or, you know, the fact that, for some reason, Lorenzo and Rachel just can't fucking die. But don't worry, by the end of the story, when you have 2 survivors, and we come back to the present, in which our found footage camera guy, he's like, whoa, Mr. Wolf guy who's showing me around the haunted attraction, you sure are a guy. Hey, wait, why are you setting Lorenzo Mannequin on fire? Because there are now mannequins of them, by the way, after they died at the end of Return of the Pumpkin Rabbit. Should have mentioned that. And basically, then Pumpkin Rabbit's like, oh, actually, I'm still here. And basically, it just ends with the children being able to eternally torture Rachel and Lorenzo. Needless to say, Rachel and Lorenzo are not having a particularly good time. I'm really, really happy with this short little 2-part series because everything's just done incredibly well. Now, I'm Gen Z, so of course I love myself a little bit of analog horror. You know, I'm a trash person like that. Hell, my channel is practically at this point founded upon a video about Urban Spook, an analog horror creator. I've seen plenty of analog horror, and God knows I've seen plenty of just normal horror. It's the backbone of that's the true backbone of my channel. And so, given that I've seen a lot of horror, I'd like to imagine that my opinion is got at least a little bit of weight to it. And when I say that anything that Martin touches here ends up pretty fucking solid, I can say that with confidence. Even some of his projects that he's less proud of, such as Boozoo's Ghosts, are just all very, very tight, solid pieces of media. And Pumpkin Rabbit, Tales of the Pumpkin Rabbit, Mysterious House, Return of the Pumpkin Rabbit, whatever the fuck, it's all very, very effective in the same way that all of the rest of his material is. It's not necessarily, you know, the type of horror you're going to get a bunch of jump scares from, but everything moves along really slowly and eerily. Sometimes you miss a line or two because the audio is just so fucked up. Every line is delivered on edge. It's all very uncomfortable. And when things explode and suddenly you're watching some kid's face get torn up in the fucking pumpkin patch, or you see a dead kid strung up like a scarecrow, it certainly adds to the impact of that, because this isn't some, like, fucking crazy gore show where you're constantly seeing dead people. No, it's so quiet and eerie and suspenseful, and then suddenly you'll release a little bit of pressure with, you know, a kill or a reveal of a dead body. But then it starts building that pressure right back up again. It's really great at using suspense to its advantage, which is very important to analog horror as a genre. Suspense, uncomfortability, and utilizing nostalgia. I have a video on that. That said, I'm a penis man with a penis plan. And let me just say, Rachel may kill kids, but I'm not a furry when I say that they're a baddie. Come on, brother. All in all, though, Tales of the Pumpkin Rabbit's a great little watch. I especially love this VHS copy right here. Every little detail is really cool, from the old horror sticker to even just the font choices, really being reminiscent of old horror VHS tapes, which, trust me, I have plenty of VHS tapes from when I was young. I feel a little bit of nostalgia toward that type of thing. So I really, really appreciate that gift. And I really, really do appreciate the fact that I was able to watch this new, remastered, improved version of these stories. Because fucking A, it's really damn solid. So, hey, if you haven't checked this out, if you haven't checked out any of Martin's works, I think that, you know, the Pumpkin Rabbit duology is more than worth checking out. It's really, really just some solid stuff. Some great art, great voice acting, great story, great tone. It's the spooky season. It's that time of year. Watch it or you're a fucking pussy. Hey, I appreciate your time. I hope you had fun. I kept it brief. I got to the point. And that's kind of something I like to do here. So if you dig that vibe, then, you know, subscribe. Follow my channel. Watch my videos. But I appreciate that you made it this far, and I wish you all the best in the future. See ya.